Hey rock stars, we are going to learn Joan Jett's version of Crimson and Clover today. So this song is all power chords, and what that means is you're going to have the same chord shape the whole time. You're just going to move it around the neck of the guitar. And you're first going to start out with, here I'm going to play it for you and you can get the feel of the sound of it. Myself in frame here, sorry. I'll scoot my ass over. It's the door stopper. Okay. So, it looks like this. So when you have a power chord, your pointer finger, wherever that lands, okay, so whatever fret that ends up being on, your ring finger is going to be the next string down, 2 frets up, and your pinky's going to be on the same fret, but 1 string down from that. You can do a power chord, sometimes you do them with just like these 2 fingers, but I mean, if you're already there, you might as well throw in your pinky. So these can be kind of a bitch to do at first, but definitely like push through it and like get used to it, because this is a baby step to getting to do like full on bar chords. And bar chords are super freaking useful, okay? Because you're not going to be able to play like some key chords like B or F, like this full bar chords, until you have the hand strength to do that. So start with power chords, and they're pretty fun because you can move them anywhere you want and start to play songs even if you don't know how to play like the B. Like you could play a B power chord until you get the strength up to do a B, for instance, or an F power chord if you wanted the low kind of F sound instead of doing the full on F major bar chord. So there's some examples. But you're going to start on the 2nd fret of the A string with your pointer finger and then just do the power chord shape. Now when you do a power chord, think too, like your position to make it so all the other strings except the one you're strumming are muted. And I know this can be a bitch to do. A lot of times whenever you start to put your hand into the shape of a power chord, you're like on your fingertips and stuff, and maybe you have to reach really hard and your finger kind of looks like that. I want you to try to adjust by bringing your finger so it like lays a little bit flat. Now it's not pinching all these strings like a bar chord, but you're pushing the pressure on your pointer finger here, and then it kind of lays flat and barely touches these strings underneath. So if I do just that one, it should sound like this. And not only is it doing that, but it's also poking the E string, making it mute as well. See how the only string that rings out is an A? It takes some practice, but work on just getting that one out flat, okay? And then add your ring finger and your pinky, okay? And if you can't keep it flat, right, and you're like can't really reach it the way that you're doing it, you need to stretch your hand up more. Maybe for this song you just use your ring finger or your pinky, whichever one you can reach. So if you go down to 2 strings, you definitely just need to do the A string and the D string together. Okay? But so if I do this right, then when I play this power chord, I can strum the whole guitar, and it's just going to have muted notes surrounded by notes that ring out like this. So it gives those muted notes actually give the chords some more, right? If your amp's turned on and you have distortion turned on anyway, those mutes are just going to beef up the distortion on the notes that are ringing out. It's pretty cool. So for the first part, you're going from 2 to 3. Okay? So I'm sliding up. I'm doing a little from 2 to 3 slide, so everything's pushed down and I just move up. So I strum once, then move up, then go C. This is a C power chord, but I'm going to say 3. 3, 3, maybe, okay. Then Then I go to 3 on E, which is a G, okay? 3, 3. Then 1, which is an F, okay? Then back to G. That's the 3rd fret on E. So slide up. 2, 3. C, C, G, G, F, F. G, B, C, 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 G, G, F, F. G, slide up. Okay. And then right before there's like a bridge, like a breakdown thing. Right before that, then she goes to F, to G, and you can hear the strumming. Just hit it kind of like in tandem with the drums, because the drum beat changes. It's like something like that. I played it better when I was listening to the track. All right, then it goes to okay, so it's C, C, B flat, which is the 1st fret on A, to F. All right, so you're going 3 on A, 1 on A, 1 on E. Then you end up falling back up. Shit. Okay, and then you go back into the bridge again at some point, and then there's this cool little like pretty sounding thing, but your hands are still they're still in the same places. So you're doing a full power chord with your pinky and 2, and you go. All right, so I'm strumming A string, D string, G string, D string again. So it's like that. Then I take my pointer finger and I scoot it down to G. Okay, so everything moves down, and then you're going E, A, D, A. Then you go to F. You strum the same strings. Then you go to G. Oh, sorry, F is the 1st fret, and then you go to G again, where we just were, 3rd fret on E. So slow, it looks like this. Okay. So that's that. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, it goes kind of back into those 3 key parts. So power chords the whole time. I know it can be frustrating, especially if your finger's trying to lay flat, but you can't reach the note to get there. So I want to show you something too. If you're really struggling with like just getting your fingers to stretch and be in the right spot, then there's a little exercise that you can do where you start like up here where where your frets are really close together. Okay, and you're gonna start with like your pinky's gonna be on 12. Okay, that's the 2 dots. So your pointer finger is gonna be on 9. So you're gonna go with your pointer finger. You're gonna go 9, 10, 11, 12, and you're not gonna lift up any of your fingers. Okay, and then you're gonna scoot down to the A string, and you're gonna do the same thing. 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you're going to scoot down a string. And this is a great time to work on your alternate picking too. So you're going down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, so you're on the next string. Okay, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. Don't let any of these fingers kind of splay up. You want to keep them down flat. Next string. next string, next string, down, up, okay? Then when I get to the bottom, you can go back down. But when you come up to the next string, you grab them all at once. It's kind of awkward. It's also a good exercise to help you with pull-offs later when we do those. Pinky, ring, middle, pointer. Pinky, ring. Okay? And then when you finish that, you take your whole hand, and so where your pointer finger is, you're going to put your pinky. Alright? So now you'll notice the frets are starting to stretch apart a little bit. So you're going to do the same thing. I'm messing them up. Alright, so then I know I was fast, and don't worry about being fast. It's not about being fast. It's about getting it right with your fingers laying down. Okay? And then you're going to do, once you get there, guess where you're going to go? You're going to put your pinky where your pointer finger was just now. Now you're spreading out pretty good, right? And then when you stop here, just scoot your pointer finger up to the beginning, okay? Then you've got a pretty huge spread here. So I want you to like push yourself, but don't hurt yourself. So do this, get as far as you can, take a break, come back to it. And that area where you start to really resist doing it, that's where you kind of want to stay until you get a little bit comfortable, and then push yourself down. So it's going to make the ligaments and tendons and stuff in your hands just start to like settle and spread out a little bit and give you the stretchiness that you need to start really digging into those power chords. All right? So thank you all for tuning in. I hope everyone is doing well. Please comment with your progress in the Facebook group. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks. See you in the next video.